All right, what's up, everyone? It's Nuke one more time with another edition of Nuclear Reactions. This show is a pre-record, guys, so I can't read your super chats right now, but I'll still be willing to accept them. And then if you guys do post, then I'll just post it on all the social media so you guys can see. You guys can find me at any of my several links on Twitter, Caudillo Nuclear, Twitch, Nuclear Caudillo, same thing with Instagram and Patreon as well. If you guys would like one-on-one coaching or just want to reach out for any reason, nuclearcaudillo@gmail.com. And I am joined today by my lovely host, Jack Napier. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
I am Jack of the Netherlands, and I am meant for glorious purpose. No, I was burdened with glorious purpose.
Nice.
That was it. Sorry. Damn it. Missed the call.
Yeah, okay. Burdened with purpose, glorious. Dude, that's something that an MCU villain would say.
I know,
Speaking
right?
of.
Aren't we? Speaking of which. Well, green is my color.
I mean, I'm totally fine being a villain. I mean, we're lesser villains, right? I guess we would be like we would be on a spin-off show, like, you know, or something. You'd get like your own Loki show, you know. But
well, we saw what that.
But yeah, the topic at hand, right? Yeah, the topic at hand today is where did people get the idea that somehow we're like debating and gossip and all this craziness that's going on with like the biggest red pill content creators is somehow going to stop the red pill? Why they see the red pill as some kind of like evil Legion of Doom under a swamp somewhere where Lex Luthor's plotting his next attack on, I don't know, a marriage or something. And how did we get here? What do you think got us here to this point? If you could.
I don't know. I think rage bait sells, and at a certain point when Twitch streamers got kicked off, they needed something to latch onto. And thanks to Fresh and Fit's popularity, Red Pill talking points got a bit into the mainstream. Now, Red Pill talking points have never been very attractive, and they weren't meant to be attractive because they were meant to make you think. They were meant to be a bit appalling, especially to keep girls out because it is a male space. It is men swapping notes. It is male sexual strategy. But since outrage sells and the Twitch streamers went on YouTube and they needed something to react to, what better to react to than what gets the emotions invoked, which is, at the moment, TRP talking points, which is mostly just data at this point, where it's like, oh, but 80% this and 20% that. Yeah. But like, the data sets are already enough to get people aggravated instead of strategies. So let's not even get into the strategies because that's where you get the whole moralizing and things like that. Because by God, if a man would choose what suits his outcome best, can't have that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not any psychologist or anything, but I think it's also the tribalism, right? Like if we band together, you know, and we team up, right, then we can take down these guys that want to destroy marriage, or their ideas make me feel icky on the inside. Because you see, like, if you see a lot of different schools of thought, they're all like piling on the red pill and all that stuff. And one of the reasons they like, I guess people feel like they have to like team up together to destroy an idea or a group of people. First off, they see us like a group of people, and I'm like, dude, none of us have anything to do with each other. Of course, some of us are friends. Of course, some of us exchange notes. But like, if every single red pill content creator on YouTube disappeared, there would still be red pill. Someone somewhere would be being like, hey man, I need to get laid. What do I do? Or hey man, my wife is not having sex with me or something. What do I need to do? Someone somewhere is always going to do that. Like, you cannot defeat that. Now I sound like Goku when he was facing Frieza. You can never defeat what I represent.
I am the light in the darkness.
Yes, I think I should do one of those Twitter things where I like make anime figures and I take a speech from an anime and turn it into red pill.
Yeah, oh man, I used to love those tweets of yours with the two androids, the two Twitch streamers.
Oh,
I love,
that was such a good timing. Yeah. Look, speak
I
of the
love
devil.
that.
Like, I guess people really think that this intersexual dynamic stuff is like a group thing and not like an individual undertaking. Like it's at the end of the day, it's your dick, it's your life, it's the woman in your life. Why does you care that someone else is you know? And I don't care about what you do. Why do you care what I do? And like, where is this concerted effort to like um be so worried? Like, I have there's a girl on my Twitter right now that's just, dude, it's been like a week and she's been attacking me, digging up old tweets from like 4 months ago. She's been saying I need to defeat people like you because it's like you're a degenerate. I'm just like, what? Like,
Defeat
what
in
is wrong
what?
with you?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah,
defeated what?
exactly.
Mortal Twitter combat? It's
Yeah,
like what the hell?
yeah, and it's like you're not um what and I asked her like what I don't care to win this argument because like you're not going to change my mind. It's like a Republican Democrat debate. Is anyone changing anyone else's mind? No. It's like,
No.
okay, we're not going to change others' mind. I got that. And I'm getting kind of tired of you. I'm still also getting worried that you're like kind of like crazy. So I said, hey, you win. You win, right? You obviously have a lot of things going for you. Why are you arguing with me? I don't know, but just know that you can't defeat me. Like this isn't an anime. This isn't the MCU. I'm not Winter Soldier. You're not Captain America. Like, I don't exist. I am literally a figment of your imagination. You don't know who I am. And you have a lot of things going for you, but you just keep going. And I told you several times, like, hey, you win the argument. You're right. And I'm wrong. Yet it's a week later and you're still going. And I was like, hey, at some point, I gotta stop because I'm not. Now I think you have like a mental issue. Like I can't. I don't want to. Like you, maybe you're depressed or something's really wrong with you. So I gotta like, hey, I'm done here because I don't want any. I don't want to be responsible for anything that happens to you. But yeah, it's just like this eternal. Like they think it's like like this superhero versus supervillain thing, and they feel this satisfaction when calling you're a degenerate. That's like calling Thanos you're evil. He'll be like, so this
Yeah.
the hardest decisions require the strongest wills. Yeah, but
I mean, I've seen it a couple of times on Twitter. I
it's
don't know if
silly.
it's
It's
an
dumb. Like,
act.
get over yourself.
I don't know if it's an act anymore or these people truly believe it. Like Ryan has a commercial for his show about I can't remember her name, Sally. I think her name was Sally. And she was like, "Oh, I appreciated that this guy hit me up and was like, "Oh, a civil discussion, but we need to know if we need to take down this movement." It's like, "Take down." Like, "Huh? What? Take down?" I mean, half of the time we play Yu-Gi-Oh, the other half of the time we talk about our dating experience, and the other half of the time we're just gallivanting around. Like, what? Defeat this movement? What are you talking about? We're just guys wanting to like improve our lives. Most of them weren't happy where they were, and they exchanged strategies. Now, apparently, we are on the governmental anti-terrorism list, which, in all honesty, I am absolutely appalled that they only
I was
took
gonna
out
bring that up
700.
next.
Yeah, I am
Yeah, I was gonna
absolutely
bring that up
appalled.
next.
Appalled that they only took out $700,000. Not even a million. Not even
Yeah,
a million. By
I'm
God,
like,
if we're gonna
I'm actually
destroy the
insulted.
United States, yeah, it's like if we're gonna destroy the United States, let us at least be worth a million. Come on. What kind of a
I've
threat is 700,000? Come
and,
on,
and we
man.
didn't even get cool villain names. Like I think Rolo should have been Vasectoman or something.
He will snip your heritage away.
And he just has two
Edward.
scissors. Yeah. And I guess my superpower would be like Gambit instead with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I can lock people in Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something. Like this is silly. And like
if you would have a superpower, which one would you have?
I already do have one. It's called asking people what their plan is because it just stops there.
Nice.
It like
I
causes
would.
them to stop whatever they're thinking,
That is true. I would love telekinesis. That would just be
like moving
amazing.
things with your mind.
Yeah, things like that, being able to read minds, things like that, moving
Mhm.
things. It's just it will make things easier. Where it's like, oh, I can grab something from far away, things like that. When I don't understand what somebody is meaning, I can what somebody means. I can just be like, oh, that's what they mean. Okay, good. Like, of course, like, would
Yeah,
I use it for evil? Of course not. By the way, define evil, but no.
yeah.
Uh,
So, do you know more about this study or this thing more than I do? Because I just saw the. Did you look at like what? Um. So apparently, do you think it's like a concerted effort for everyone, all of the detractors of the red pill? Like, do you think they're all like in on this?
no,
You think it's just
no.
like completely separate entity?
In all honesty, I haven't read through it, but I think it's just a waste of money, which all government programs in the end are just a waste of money. From what I've seen, is that they want to diverge the audience to positive male influencers like Fishing the Good Fight, The Mankind Project, The Men's Circle, Visible Man, where it's like, really? Is
None
that
of those
it?
things are gonna get them laid.
But on the other hand, I also look at like what they're fighting, and it's mostly marketing. They're not even really fighting the manosphere, you know? They call it fighting the manosphere, but not like Ryan Stone isn't on there. Wine More Please isn't on there. Yeah, Rolo is on there, I know. I mean, Rolo's been closely associated with FNF and things like that. Not saying that's right or wrong, absolutely not. Like, there's a plenty of guys who've had value in FNF. But from what I see is that they're targeting very big names who might be a how do I phrase this? Because like the Rational Mill, the book is invaluable. You know, it's like there you can't put value on that info. You just can't. But then
Yeah,
they mentioned Tate and FNF and Pearl. Like, I'm kind of like, yeah, but that's not like why the hell was Rolo in there? Because he's been associated with FNF. Because like what? Oh
he's
no, he
appeared
likes
on
to.
shows. He's
Yeah,
appeared on shows.
he likes to dabble in red meat shows. I mean, it's good for the content, and it will probably help guys find this book. Sure, but it was like the book is still on Amazon. Like if they really wanted to hit him, they would have done that. The book is still there. The book is still available. Thank the Lord. Their Twitter accounts are still up. Their YouTubes are still up. Okay, Pearl got demonetized. Not weird after associating with the F boy. His name shall not be named. Uh,
None of these people besides Rolo. I mean, maybe Fresh and Fit a little bit, right? Um, for all the red meat that they do say things that are correct. But out of all these people, Rolo, honestly, just read the fucking book. You know, I don't know if I can
yeah,
curse yet, but just read the fucking book. I swear to God, like we stop being lazy, stop watching a 3 hour podcast. Obviously, you know, if you need it, go watch it. But like, just read the goddamn book, man. Like, get off the internet and read the book. You know, read it
oh
twice,
yeah,
get a highlighter, just read the damn book. There is so much free stuff, free game. Even you provide like free recordings and like you are a what do you call it, a narrator for a lot of these guys, for some of these guys too. These books are like $12, $15, $20. There's like 4 books a year that all with great information. You know, Paul just came out with one, Thor has one. um
Cappy,
Rolo's
Ryan.
still working on another book. He doesn't take breaks in between books. He just gets on to the next one, right? Ryan just dropped a nuclear book called Praxology. Fucking guys, like this internet shit ain't real. Like this internet shit is not real. I do the internet stuff right, but I gotta make a book or else I'm gonna put up or shut up, right? I gotta do something because at the end of the day, like they can cancel, they can cancel my account or something, but they're never gonna cancel like printed press, They can't burn books. That would look really bad. And it's just like once you own the book, unless the police knocks on your door and like
FBI,
and like an Austrian painter fashion, looks for everything in your apartment, it's not gonna happen, right? So the number one thing is like the biggest lesson here is read a book, read the books, forget about this stuff, realize that Pearl's never gonna drop a book, and if she does, it's gonna be how my experience in the red pill space and me and about how to become rich like me and woman. Meanwhile, guys are just like, hey, this is how to fix your life so you don't go crazy. The guys that are actually grown-ups and doing the real work. Like people love this. You know what I call this, Jack? This is like a filter. The people that are into this kind of stuff, the red meat, the who said what, the who's the villain of the week and who said what, and I'm offended by this. Those are the people that are never going to make it. They're just never going to make it. They're going to continue to throw money at Palcast. They're going to continue to complain. Single mother this, I can't get laid that. And then the guys that really want to know are just like, wait, Rolo has a book? Let me read it. Oh, shit, he has a second book? Let me read it. Oh, shit, I'm going to go try this stuff out. Hey, guys, it's just filter. It's just a filter.
His first two books are absolutely invaluable. Am I saying that correctly? Invaluable?
Invaluable means like you can't match the value.
So yeah, okay, then I'm saying it right because I accidentally once called Troy Francis illiterate.
He's literally British. British.
English second language. I meant he was literate, like very literate, and I accidentally said illiterate. And he looks at me, he's like, "What did you say?" I'm like, "Wait, what? Did I mean the other one? I meant you're very good at writing." He's like, "You meant literate." I'm like, "Oh shit." So before I say his books are worthless, I meant the other one. So like, yeah, they're invaluable, especially the first two. Really like the first two. Not saying the third, fourth, and fifth aren't valuable. I found the fourth one is a bit more niche. Third one is also, in my humble opinion, a bit more niche, and I find the fifth one not per se niche. It's nice and practical, but it's also very explanatory versus applicable. So it's nice to have the knowledge, and then I would go to Troy Francis for more like the applicable advice kind of thing.
In terms of game and social skills and all that.
Yeah, Rolo's work is always very nice on like why all of this works and why we're in the state we're in. Why women fight you on Twitter because everything unflattering to the feminine
is seen as evil, bad.
Yeah.
Whatever makes them feel icky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a new thing, right? Like ick. I have an ick.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know why you're unattractive to me, so I'm going to assign it to something else. So like, hey, you wear a raincoat when it's raining. That gives me an ick. He's like, no, dude, you're just not attracted to him. That's all. He has no game, or you're just not attracted to him. That's all. Because I'm telling you, if he was attractive and ran game on you, him wearing a raincoat would be hot to you. You'd be like, hey, you wore a raincoat? That's pretty hot.
Like a yellow one like Georgie and It.
Shit, those were the best fucking raincoats, though. Like, you would never... They were hot, because if it's raining and hot, you're screwed. But those were some good quality raincoats.
Oh, I believe you. Unfortunately, they do not protect you about murderous clowns.
That is the downside. But, yeah, man, like, you attach the red pill to anything, you automatically become a villain. And, this whole... Everything that's going on with... the red pill right now, it's like a multi-layered problem, right? Because the big podcasts don't want to say the real things about women, right? And the thing is, like, they can't say something about women that's unflattering because they think they're shitting on women. I'm like, no, dude, we're not shitting on women. We're just saying a reality, right? a fucking reality. You can't like women for what they're never could be to you. That you can only like them for what they are. Right? Women are hypergamous. Women do this. Women do that. Blah blah blah. Right? The same bullshit RP talking points that that get worn as a skin suit by women who are apparently psychologists and all that stuff. And you you hear this and you realize the only reason the red pill, my theory is that the only reason the red pill is like on blast right now, maybe because this is a little study, who cares, right? Is that women are in the space and they're taking it further and further, and they're saying dumber and dumber things as they get more and more popular, right? You have
I
OF
think
girls. Yeah, go ahead.
I think that they're not even attacking the red pill, but they're attacking the people, because you can't kill an idea. So instead of an idea, you're going to attack the person, because a lot of people can't take their ego out of a thing. And that's why debate is kind of dead. And that's what you saw a lot with Destiny, where it's like, I saw this study, I saw that study. Yeah, but you mentioned nothing, absolutely zero, about the actual topic being discussed. Yeah, but I read a study that was wrong. Yeah, and I read a study it was right. So are we going to discuss the actual topic, or are you just going to smear me with fucking studies, you non-experience having twat?
Let it all out. Tell us how you really feel.
No, but I'm just so sick and tired of this whole thing. I read a study this. Men do this, women do that. How about you just talk to the damn individual? You have a person, a living, breathing human being in front of you. Assume, don't obsess.
Yeah. Well,
And
you
now
can't pull out a study on a date and be like, hold on 1 second.
And now we have everybody at each other's throats. And it's like,
And they're all talking about dating in the abstract. It's so funny. It's like I'm on a lawn chair in the neighborhood across the street. I'm watching them fight, and I'm just like, look at them, they're at it again. And I'm like, dude, please, for the love of God, go talk to women. And if you're a woman, stay the hell out. You've never seduced a woman. You've never had to be in front of a woman with the male sex drive and try to seduce her. Not once, but twice, but many, many times. You've never been that person. And here you are talking about, charging hundreds of dollars so people can go to you, so you can tell them hypergamy is a thing. Alpha,
I don't care about women in this space, because there are women who want to understand their man better. They do. There are women in this space who want to understand their man better, and I have absolutely no problem with that. What you just mentioned, where it's like every now and then you get a girl in here and they take the information. Oh, this is all wrong. Blah 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 blah. It's like, look, it works for guys. It's for guys. Go away. But if you have a girl, it's like, hey, I'm having a lot of trouble with my guy and I can't figure out why. And they come in and it's like, oh, wait a minute. So that's what's going on. Like, that's why I'm that's why I'm behaving like that towards him. That's why he's behaving towards me. Sex is way more important to men than I could ever have imagined. It's like, oh, things like that. Like, I mean, you have those sides. It's like, oh, so I'm not attractive to him because he keeps talking to me about the nail. Well, it's not about the nail. So, like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And like there are guys in this space where it's like, look, if you have such a gloom view of dating, then just stop dating. But then stop being here. Like, oh, the dating market is terrible. Then stop. If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah, get the fuck out. No one cares.
Just get the fuck out. It's like, oh yeah, but women only take the top 20%. Then either get in it or get out.
Yeah.
It's like, if you cannot understand a simple applicable statistic, or it's like top 20% of direct surroundings, and yes, global sexual marketplace, I know, but if you can't bring yourself up to be non-obese, non-overweight, have a look, things like that, then get the hell out. But everybody's dealing in the abstract, and I've said this before, and I said this again, and I'm kind of like let them burn, and now it's like, oh, red pill is under attack. It's like, okay, what exactly is under attack here? What exactly
Yeah.
is under attack? Are the
What are
people?
you attacking?
Yeah, are the people who are talking about the ideas under attack or the actual ideas? Because so far, I have only seen the people talking about the ideas being under attack. That's all I've seen. Nothing else.
Mhm.
It's like you said, like TRP is not the MCU. Like Myron is not Doctor Doom sitting in his Miami condo thinking like, destroy these unknowing women on my podcast.
Marriage. Yeah.
I was like, and even like there is a whole married red pill. TRP isn't against marriage. It's just right now it's a bad deal for men. Like, what does a marriage add to a relationship that the relationship doesn't already do? If you can answer that for yourself, go ahead and do it. That
Yeah.
was the thing. We're not against it. We just look at it for what it is. Or it's like, hey,
You can give her a ring and say, this is whatever you want it to be. And then every day she has an opportunity to walk out of your door with no, like, she can get up, get dressed, shower, and just leave forever. But if she stays, I'd rather have a girl like me and choose to stay than to be obligated with me. I don't want obligated compliance. I want genuine desire. There you
oh,
go.
that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
That's a
Ryan, though.
good
That's
one.
Ryan
Where it's
Stone.
like, do you need a marriage contract to stay with me? Huh?
No,
Never
that's
really
that's what
viewed it
Ryan
like
said, I think. I think even in his book or in a video, he said like he gave his girl a ring and said, "This is whatever you want it to be."
mm-hmm. Huh.
And then he's been with her for like what 15 years. But
Yeah,
like,
something like that. They're common law marriage though, because of
yeah,
like the state, which is common law marriage is bullshit. In all honesty,
yeah,
I'm just gonna say that. Like, if you really want to get married, go marry. Like the whole idea of in a church and things like that, I love that. Like, I absolutely love that. Like, get up in the suit, things like that, walk down the aisle with your hot, with your hot wife. Like, do it. It's like, go ahead, do it. Like, if you really want this, it's way easier with kids. It's way easier for the kids because you don't have to go to the notoriety and get that all handled. Don't know how it is in the States, but if you have kids outside of wedlock in the Netherlands, the father has to go to the notoriety and to the township, and he needs to um he needs to register himself as the legal father of the children and things like that. And when you're married, you don't have all that hassle. It's a lot easier
mm,
with insurances. It's a lot easier with taxes here in the Netherlands. You get tax breaks and things like that. But the real reason should be, oh, and here I use the word should.
yeah. Well,
The
here we
real
go.
reason could be, you love this woman, you want to be there, and you're like, you know what? Done. The thing is, though, marriage does not prevent people from leaving. It just doesn't anymore.
Yeah,
And that is kind of like the thing a lot of guys need to wake up from. Marriage is not the be all end all solution,
it is. It doesn't insulate you from female nature.
nor does it insulate women from male nature. And that is
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I'm
Just
still
like
going. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
not against marriage, but I'm just saying that law-abiding contract is not a fail-safe for both parties.
Yeah, it's called
Not
being an
against
adult.
yeah.
Grow the fuck up
Oh,
for both people, for women and men. Grow the fuck up. Just because you put a ring on it doesn't mean that she's. You need to stop doing the things you do to be attractive. You still need to go to the gym. You still need to excel and do better in life. You don't have to be psychotic and work 120 hours a week, right? But you still need to, you can't be a bum. You just can't be a bum. You need to continue to make more money. When as life goes on, you can't stay stagnant. But at the same time, um, you can't stop doing the things that make you attractive. You still gotta run a little bit of dread. However you see fit. Dread is like, it depends on the situation. Some guys can just go walk with their girl with the tank top and one or two looks from other girls, and the girl's like happy, like fuck, I got a winner. But there's some girls that there are some girls that like they want you to go see other, like they want you to be around other women. They won't say it, but like they want you to be around other women, because they just need Every woman's different, right? And then for women, realize like it's not that you're not special to us. It's that you're never going to be able to take away the itch. You know, we're always going to have it. The fact that we don't cheat on you is simply male will. It's just willpower. That's all. If you have an attractive man and he's not cheating on you, it's willpower. It's literally willpower.
It's willpower and lack of motivation, as in you have drained the motivation out of him, woman. It's like,
yeah, you have emptied him out of the motivation he needs.
yeah,
But
it's
that's
like,
it.
if you tire him out, no way in hell. It's like,
Yeah.
no, man, I got a good thing at home. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, or it's just like, yeah, my wife took care of me before I left the house, and I'm all right. I'm good
yeah.
to go. But like, that's essentially what it is. We need to fucking grow up, and then we get here to where we think like, you know, we got to defeat these red pill villains and stuff like that, because like, again, we still think that it's a childish kind of like, we need to defeat the evil villain and all that. Like the same thing with like the politics and all that stuff, and evil people. We need to band together, and you know, then you have the Twitch streamers that think that doxing someone is like defeating them. Like, oh, we got them, boys. We concerted effort, you know. And at the end of the day, like, guys, this is real life. Like, save your villains and fights for video games and anime and, you know, movies. You know, that's where they belong. But like in real life, you know, people are looking for answers. Young men aren't stupid. They're gullible sometimes. They're horny, but they're not stupid. I promise you that IQ doesn't increase over time. IQ is the same. And most men, you know, and people are like, young men are lost, this and that. I'm like, listen, society's still running. My electricity is still on. My plumbing's good.
They just don't like that it's running not as sufficient as it could be. Because a
Yeah.
lot of guys figure it out, and this is from your brain on birth control. It's in there. Because of promiscuity and things like that, a lot of young men have figured out that they don't need a good job, a good car, whatever, to get laid. And the easier a guy can get laid, the less productive he is in society wise.
Mm. Yeah.
Societal wise, it's like I said, I wondered why Rolo hasn't read it yet. Like it's a bit of a drag to get through, because she has very conflicting thoughts. Like she has this one whole study about everything about birth control, depression, and whatever. Oh no, but birth control is still good. It's like, oh my god, woman, cognitive dissonance up the ass.
Yeah, it's their failsafe. They're not gonna give up their failsafe, even if it depresses the fuck out of them. So
yeah, but there was a part in there where they figured out that the easier men could get sex, the less productive they would be. And that's kind of what you see with like the sexual revolution and things like that. Because everything got easier, men kind of got lazier. But although that's kind of putting it on there, I don't want to do that. But our innate urge is to reproduce, if we like it or not. Like the male sex drive knows no bounds. It's just the thing. Like that's why we have sewers, you know. That's why we have running toilets, because some guy wanted to get laid. I mean, let's be honest.
Or want to be comfortable enough so you can get more time to go get laid, you know.
Yeah, kind of like that. But men are also figuring out that for even if they get a girl on a date, blah blah blah, it doesn't mean anything. Like it doesn't say anything. Like, oh, I hooked up with this girl. Yeah, but if she wants, she can just go and hook up with another guy the next day or the next month. And there is a very large growing detachment between the sexes. And guys just look at their situation and be like, hey, I can get by on like $1.5 grand a month on my own. I can go work in a warehouse. I can go work at a fishery. I can go work as a whatever, and I can still get by. I don't have debt. I don't have any financial issues, and I don't have mental stress. Huh.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with that is that they are becoming underachievers because they don't need to overachieve anymore. It used to be like you need a college degree. These days, if you get a college degree, you are fucked.
Yeah.
Pretty much are. If you choose the wrong major, you are fucked. Go to a community college. Yeah, but that isn't pristine. Nobody cares. Except for the other ass munchers. Oh, you went to Harvard? I went to Harvard. Please shove it up my ass. It's like, fuck off.
The thing is here too is like those guys that eventually get a little money, then they throw money at women because they don't want to do the work of just like being attractive and charming. So now you have sugar daddies, guys that pay for OF and all that stuff. It's like it's like the next evolution was like, oh, I got a little bit of money now and I got no responsibilities, but I don't want to go out and talk to women. I'd rather just just like Uber Eats, I'd rather order my female validation online or So that's what happens. And it makes it much easier for me to run this stuff. And then I'm the villain because I said, hey, I'm going to put in some work into myself and my life. I'm going to figure this stuff out. I'm going to read. I'm not going to get my intersexual dynamics understanding from a 3-hour podcast or Red Meat or anything. I'm going to go read a goddamn book. And I read many books. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm going to try this out over 10 years. Right. And then you have guys that just entered the space like a year ago who don't even like who like all they do is bitch. Like, can you see what this woman did today? I'm like, great. So how about let's talk about logistics? How about let's talk about have a look, like fashion. How about let's talk about why she did this. How about let's talk about so you don't get stuck in the situation. How about let's talk about how to run a rotation, like things that help guys who give a fuck, right? Because if you keep like there's no like these female dating coaches, they're not dating coaches, but female skin suit wearing, red pills of skin suit wearing gals where they just say something and I have a pretty face, listen to me. They have nothing to offer. Nothing. They just hypergamy and alpha fucks beta bucks, but with chat GBT language and make it into a paragraph. And I'm just like, you learned nothing. You knew about alpha fucks beta bucks since you were 12 because you saw teen movies where the jock was getting the hot chicks and the nerd was getting nothing. You understood alpha fucks beta bucks since you were a child. The problem is that everyone else that didn't have a dick was telling you it was not like that. And if you're nice, you'll get a girl. But you innately, you as a guy, you're not stupid. You're not like this lost boy. You understand and you have agency and you're a rational person. You understood like, hey, if you get muscles and you get popularity, you get girls. You knew that because there's all the movies as you were growing up. That's what's the first thing presented to you, right? Obviously, the protagonist overcame that, and with this plot of the story. But every single movie you've ever seen, there's a jock who's tall, handsome, and muscular, and popular, and he got all the girls.
And then
How
you
the fuck?
watch what's that film again? It's with Anne Hathaway and Heath Ledger.
Dark Knight.
Isn't that She's All That? Is that She's All That? I think that's She's All That.
Say that again.
Is that She's All That with Anne Hathaway and Heath Ledger?
Oh man, I don't remember.
Where it's not the jock, it's that bad guy who wears black. It's the half long-haired, loner, good-looking motherfucker who gets the girl. It's like, I don't care about your jocks for competition. Leave me the fuck alone.
And that's where have a look comes in. Yeah, that's where have a look comes in. Like, if I'm mysterious and dark, I could also get women. Like, it's always been there. The problem is that no one's ever connected the dots. And then some guys on a forum in 2004 said, hey, let's connect some dots. And they put in the work. They weren't doing it for clout. They weren't doing it for money. They just said, hey, this is what I've noticed. And then in 2004, the term the red pill came on a forum, showed up.
On Hawaiian Libertarian, game is red pill, the official first red pill post ever made.
Yeah. And guys for like 20 years, almost now, right? Are like, yeah, probably longer, are just like, hey, thanks, this worked for me. And then some guys, that actually put in the work, just like, hey, I should get paid for this. So they start doing consulting, and all that stuff. And now we have, now everyone thinks the red pill is racist or political or anti-marriage or whatever they think it is. And you know what they'll never do? They'll never ask somebody, "Hey, what is this really?" They'll never do that. They won't, and that's why they're going to continue to dump hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into getting people away from this space. And they realize one thing: they're ace in the hole, right? Every villain, us villains, we all have our ace in the hole, right? We do our speech in front of the hero at our big office with a giant chair, and we look out the window while the hero's like, "What have you done?" And we're just like, when I was a little boy, the whole long speech. The cliche villain speech. But here is the ace in the hole for the red pill. Guys will always want to have sex. They always will. So they divert this attention to all these positive masculine entities. But guess what? None of those entities are going to get them laid. None. You can't charity work your way into pussy.
You gotta get in touch more with your feelings. It's like,
yeah, and that feeling is horniness, bro.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, my feeling is anger or sleep.
Or hungry. Hungry is a feeling, right?
Yeah, hunger is a feeling, right?
Yeah, it's like, literally a feeling for me.
Let me eat, and the rest. It's like, But this whole... What I don't like about like the positivity gurus is this whole, there's a war on manhood, and as a man you need, and just that right there. As a man, it's like, do not tell me what I need to do as a man. Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare to tell me what I should and shouldn't do. I hate that so much. It's like, when has society ever done something for me? Oh, but it built the roads and the curveways you built on. So did Hitler. Piss off.
Yeah. It's
like,
people don't understand that guys not getting laid is like the number one issue, and that they don't have they want to have the answer. They think that they can positive masculinity their way into some vagina. I'm like, listen, man, like, that's not the answer, right? If you truly,
I don't even think it's the whole not get laid part. It's they don't know how to get laid. It's like they're grasping in the dark, and with all kinds of issues. Like, I thought I was sweet and charming, and I still lost her. You and I talked about this so many times. Like, how many times have you and I been ghosted out of nowhere?
Yeah, like 3 times a week.
Damn, that's a lot.
Well, like, when I say ghosted, I mean like I send a message, "Hey, what's up? Want to hang out this week?" or whatever I say, and then they ghost. They come back sometimes, but like, I don't take it personally. They're not real.
Like, shit happens, but a lot of guys just don't know what's going on. Like, is this normal? What did I do? And that is just normal these days with like dating apps and things like that, where it's like, girl swipe, she has a new guy. If that guy is a bit more funnier, entertaining than you, then yeah, it can happen. Or he lives more nearby, or he has a better music taste, or he has a better clothing style. I don't know. I'm just grasping for straws here. Name whatever reason. He put his left foot better in front of his right foot. It's like that. Things can happen. A lot of guys are just so confused with everything and the speed of those things, which technology has only accelerated.
Yeah, it's godlike power. It's hard to, like, we're not used to this stuff. So that's why I always say, forgive yourself, man. Like, dude, you really think it's your fault that after you've worked on yourself so much that some 5 out of 10 girl rejects you? No, it's technology, dude. Like, I promise you, it's technology and the environment, but also technology.
It can have a lot of reasons.
Yeah,
but
and you'll never know. Just like me and Rob talk about this.
No, but it's like, you screaming in the woods with other men ain't gonna help you.
Damn, I like that. You scream. Was that you that came up with that?
Yeah, I just came up with it right now. You screaming in the room.
Ah, we have to be
Yeah.
better men. While we get all the women, I mean, rejected
Wow.
too at the same time. But it's just like the life I live and the way I go about women. It's unfathomable to other people because like this girl, right? That's on Twitter. She's like, oh, Galileo, he got left by this girl for a virgin, blah blah blah, and that's why he is the way he is. I'm just like, that was like 4 years ago now, or 4 years ago.
Hmm.
Like that was a long time. Like you think that I'm devastated still? Like I wasn't even devastated then. I was like, wow, that's interesting.
I mean, how does
And
she even
I had
know
to tell her
that?
to stop texting me afterwards. I didn't say that part because I wanted to, I wanted to have.
Like, how did she
Oh,
even
she
know
she dug up an
you?
old tweet like for 4 months ago, so it's not a secret. I said, hey, this has happened. It was an old tweet,
I mean, things happen.
and
Like,
yeah, and then to them, it's like cataclysmic, world-ending thing that I lost the girl in a relationship. I'm like, dude, that's like a Tuesday. Girls flake, girls leave, girls
Jesus
come back,
Christ.
girls. Yeah, it's just like you don't understand. This shit isn't for you. This intersectional dynamics discussion isn't for you. You don't understand that when a man has abundance, this stuff really slides off him. Yeah, you miss. You don't miss her, but you miss the feeling of someone caring about you. Yeah, we're humans. That's okay. But like at the end of the day, like why the fuck would I want to be with someone who doesn't want me? Good riddance, you know? And she left and she continued to text me and all that stuff and she's single now. And even then, I still don't want that for her. I wanted things to work out for this new guy and get married. Obviously, he's a little beta dork, but like, have kids and have that comfort and security she's always wanted. And like, they can't fathom that either. They can't fathom that a girl that left me, I want the best for her. Like I don't feel anything bad. She didn't hurt me like physically, and she was open. She said, "I don't want to be with you anymore." And it's just like, okay, what do you want me to do? Make that the defining moment in my life? I have better things in my life going on than one girl not wanting to be with me. But that's how they see life. That's how these people with no abundance, no red pill knowledge, their red pill is religion. Like, oh, God will give you the right person, and you're just like, we can't even argue. We can't even talk because I live in a different plane. Not doesn't mean I'm more successful than you. You could be more successful than me, but simply the way I go about human relationships is you can't process it. You can't process that you can't process dread, you can't process hypergamy, you can't process all these RP talking points, so why are you talking to me? Like we're speaking two different languages.
Well, I mean, you kind of poke the bear a lot on Twitter, though.
Well, I need followers. I get like 100. I'm getting 100 per week now, fucking with these people. I'm literally taking their followers from them, but it's great. But like, yeah, I'm gonna get to 9,000 before the end of the year, possibly 10,000 if I amp it up a notch.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, like, it's like there's nothing to talk about with people, especially the people that look at this as some kind of MCU villain versus hero thing. Like they missed the point. The point was never. They think that the ideas die with people, right? There's a reason this has been around. Medium is a message, and the medium is, hey, guys will continue to try to get laid forever,
Mhm.
and that's just it's going to be hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of years before that changes. So good luck.
I mean, Cappy even wrote about
Yeah.
that. Like, and I mentioned it earlier in the stream where it's like, do not underestimate the power of the male sex drive or something like that. I can't remember the exact quote, but he mentioned that before. He mentioned it plenty of times where men would do anything because of testosterone and things like that. It's how we got on the moon, It's how we got on Mars. Like
Hmm.
Elon Musk, that's testosterone.
Yeah.
He might not look like it. He looks kind of pudgy, by the way, but
I mean, he told people to fuck off the other day, so
no.
something's there. There's something there.
Mm-hmm. No, pretty
Yeah.
much. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing. And
Yeah.
randos on Twitter, like I care about my own life. Like I
Mm-hmm.
even in my own life, it's like I don't go through life where it's like, now I must initiate this, now I must implement that strategy, now I must say this thing. No, it's like you have things in the back of your head, and real life never truly comes close to what you read online. I mean, you
Yeah.
can read mental models like this and that. Like, why would you want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you? Yeah, but it's still going to hurt if you're invested.
Yeah, of course. And it should, because like you want it. Like you can't live life like completely cold and isolated, and
Oh,
you're gonna fall for people, and you're gonna get
and
betrayed by your friends. You're gonna get let down, disappointed. It's called a human experience, right? But one thing I
maybe
won't.
I'm a bit blue pill, but I truly don't believe that people want to see everybody divided.
No, I
And it's
think
like,
we're. I think what it is that it's just fear. Um, the red pill well, you got to understand what we represent to them, and we're the villains. We're bad people. We go out ruining people's lives. That's what they see. Like they see
which
the
is
guy.
ironic because like all my friends lately have been telling me where it's like, what was it? Uh, that I have empathy. So it's like, oh, Jack, you're a bad person. It's like, you should talk to somebody who actually knows me.
Yeah.
It's like yeah, yeah, I'm the villain.
Yeah, and it's just like they see us like these people, like they see us as like we're ruining the good things that they have in their life, right? That these men that are struggling, the intersexual competition thing that they talked about the other day on Rule Zero, they think that guys like us are ruining the women, that we're teaching other women to ruin women, right? And they don't understand that women have agency, women decide to have sex, and women put themselves in positions to have sex. And like I mentioned last night in my show, um, there was a girl on there that's kind of been all right. She's been in my DMs, right? And I don't know what her deal is. I don't know if she's being flirty with me, but the minute she saw my stream, dude, I got like paragraph after paragraph in my DMs, right? And she's a nice girl. She's intelligent. She's weird, right? But like, I told her, hey, like, this isn't real. This isn't for you. And I'm not real. You'll never meet me, like whatever what see what you're doing is projecting an image on me. You need me to be something. Why do you need me to be anything? Why and the guys people for if you guys are watching, why do you need women to be anything than what they are? What is it about yourself that you're projecting the worldview? Why do these people need the red pill to be the MCU? Because they're afraid, they're scared, they're lonely. Nothing. You don't look at the red pill from a negative view when everything in your life is pristine and clean and good to go. Right? There's something there that fucks with you. The fact that guys are
Guys
getting
did
laid a
not
lot.
come. What was it? Dante even said that guys did not come here because their life is happy-go-lucky.
Right. Like the girls that complain, oh, the red pill, I lost my husband. I'm like, was it the red pill or was it that you suck? It's because you suck.
It
Guys
can
that are in a happy
happen.
relationship don't look for answers.
It can
Yeah.
happen. It can happen. Where it's like if you go to the gym, work on yourself, blah blah blah, and let's say you are in a marriage or you have a girlfriend or whatever, and you put all this effort into yourself, then one day you might look to your right and be like, why am I putting in all this effort for this person? And then it
Mhm.
finally clicks that you do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because it isn't even about getting the girls. It's self-actualization.
Yeah.
That's what it's really about. Like understanding that you have pulled the short end of the stick in the gender war. The gender war is over. It's been over a long time. Feminism won.
Yeah. Yeah. Feminism it's not like it's third victory lap. And you're trying to like, no, wait, let's do a recount or let's re-race. I'm like, no, it's over, dude. They won, right? And they won. And the
You
reason, yeah,
no.
it's
And
confusing.
to quote
Feminism is
Ryan Stone,
confusing. Yeah,
to
sorry, go ahead.
quote to quote Ryan Stone, you pulled the short end of the stick, but it's your job to sharpen it.
Yeah, and you don't have no choice. You have testosterone. You're gonna want to have sex, no matter how much you kick and scream, and complain and decide that you want to do something else. You will always look at a pair of veiny, big titties, sweaty titties, and be like, "Damn, that looks good." You will always feel that, and thank God because that's a normal man and women. Here's a secret, guys, for you guys that don't know, women love the male gaze. They do. We are their entertainment, right? We are their number one thing in their life. They continue over and over. Their group chats are about us. That they go to trips. Like there was a picture of a club where there was no men, and all the women were sitting around with the lights on, just sitting around doing nothing. Meaning that they go to the club to twerk for men, they get sexy for men, they put themselves in positions to get hit on for men. We are their everything, right? So the way they act, they're so reactionary to us that everything we do, they're reactionary creatures, right? So um you have the ability to take advantage. Now I'm going to say take advantage in a very loose way. You have a
You
very
have the ability to let that work for your.
Exactly. You have the ability to take that in, take the knowledge and be like, how do I make this work for me? How do I make okay, marriage is an outdated technology. There's nothing marriage can do for me. Okay, cool. It sucks. Let me get like 6 months so I can accept that. Let me get my rage phase out. Let me kick and scream for a couple months, and then boom, now I'm ready to go on, move on to the next thing. Hey, she's not yours, just your turn. Oh, I hate that, but let me get a couple more months. Let me talk to women. Oh shit, this makes sense now because I've had experience and I read it. Now I move on, and that's healthy. That's called unplugging in a healthy way. That's what I want for guys. I don't want guys to not be mad. I want them to be mad, but not mad forever. I want you to get it out of your system. I want you to
Mo-
go talk to girls. I want you guys to look at a pair of boobs or a nice ass and be like, "Damn, that looks good." And I want you to look at it and stare at it, right? and, and, and
most
and
guys aren't
realize,
even most guys
yeah,
aren't even mad at women. They're mad at themselves.
yeah, exactly, and that's what the Marvel red pill heroes think that we're trying to tell them, hey, attack women. Like no, we're trying to say attack yourself. You're a fucking loser, dude. That's what
Exactly.
attack yourself because either way, women will fuck. Women will fuck
Oh,
right
that's
now.
one of the original quotes. She might not fuck you, she might not fuck me, but she is
She will
fucking.
fuck somebody. And here's the thing, like it, I would prefer it be me. Right? You guys go to the gym and you instead of complaining, oh, if you look at a woman at the gym, they're gonna report you. Like, no, they fucking won't, dude. That was one thing, one little outrage clickbait in one gym somewhere in the middle of the country, thousands of miles away from you, dude. I go to the gym every day and I get caught staring. Like, I zone out and I look at a nice ass. And women fucking love that. They love men. They love men so much that they become rat femme Hitlers because they can't. They hate that they love us. They don't hate men. Women do not hate men. They love men, and that fucking kills them that they love us so much, right? It kills them that everything we do, they react
It
to it. It's just,
it just fucks with their wiring because they've been told through the years that men suck.
yeah,
And now they feel all these things where it's like, but I'm supposed to hate you. Now you get conflicting thoughts and feelings, and the same thing is online where it's like, oh, but I've been told women hate men, or I've been told that these women belong to the streets, but I love women. And it's like, yeah, you get conflicting thoughts. Stop consuming garbage.
yeah. And then you like, oh, the hoes are ruining. But like, dude, no, they're not. Hoes aren't ruining shit. This is what's happening. You want her. You want, and the thing is, you could have her. You could have. Maybe you like, maybe you say you don't like sluts, but go sleep with a couple sluts. You're gonna realize, like, hey, they're pretty cool. Like we had sex and they're polite, and they're like a person. They're just very promiscuous. I would never wife them up, and they don't require me to wife them. So there's really nothing to hate.
Mm.
They're not ruining society. They just love dick.
Meghan Markle tried to ruin the British dynasty and she failed.
Yeah. But
Want to wrap this one up soon?
yeah, we're at the hour mark. I think this is one of our best episodes, if not one of my best nuke streams. So thanks for coming on, man.
Ah,
But
small effort.
final thoughts.
You carried this thing.
I had just had a lot on my mind, dude. Like when I saw the news of that thing, and I'm just like, damn, they really think that like this is some kind of Legion of Doom. Like Justice League, the cartoon where there was like the Legion of Doom would sink under the lake, and then it was just like Lex Luthor and all the all the villains. They were like, "How do we take care of Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman this week?" And it's just like that's what it is. To them. But anyway, what are your final thoughts on the MCU? That is the red pill.
It kind of oil sorry. It kind of all boils down to the ancient ad hominem where people cannot discuss ideas but rather attack the man. That's what's going on right now. It's like an idea is being proposed, or a mental model, and the person suggesting the mental model is, of course, an incel or a virgin or a whatever, because that makes it easier. Like, oh, look, if this person is X, Y, and Z, we don't have to take what he says seriously. And that is a
Yeah.
story as old as time. And that's all that's going on right now. Like the whole government thing, I don't know how seriously I need to take that. But in all honesty, and maybe I am underestimating this. I don't know. Maybe I am. We will see. But 700,000 for a government, I'm not worried. No, honestly,
You're
I'm
just
not.
kids.
If
Just little kids
and
in a
it's like,
lab, in a
if
computer lab somewhere.
where it's like, if a government only takes out 700,000 to put some IT HR interns to work and make them feel important, I'm not that worried at all, honestly. Like, if they
Yeah.
would have taken out 1 billion or
Yeah, I'm
maybe
like, oh
like
shit.
500, it's like 200 million, that's when I would have been like, okay, we can be concerned. But
Hmm.
700,000 for a government who has trillions and can print it on demand, it's picking up pennies for dollars or something, whatever the phrase is. So, but
Yeah.
that's me. I could be horribly wrong. We'll see. But I'm not impressed yet.
Yeah, I think they shortchange. Like, come on,
I'm
man. Like
like
World War.
Trunks with Frieza and his father. It's like, that's me right now. It's like the government and there's $700,000 and I just stand there. It's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should make the meme. You want me to make the meme?
Sure. It's like, this is high
Yeah,
tech
dude.
technology. It's like, sure.
Yeah, dude. Like, my final thoughts is this: focus on what's in front of you and focus on your real life. This shit ain't real. Like read the books. You're not gonna get much. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Stop feeling sorry for the women on these podcasts that get kicked off. They wanted to be there. They signed a contract to be there. Stop feeling sorry for women that are making a whole bunch of money on OF. Stop listening to them that have nothing to um to offer you. You are a smart, rational person. You can make decisions. Go to the red pill when you need an answer. Leave the red pill when you get your answer. And realize that like the dunking, the red meat, is just so I can get a couple more followers, so I can maybe pay the bill, so I can do this a little bit more often to help you guys. That's it. That's all. It's not. It's really that simple. Um, None of these people, if they met me in real life, would think I'm a bad person. I'm nice. I would hold doors open for them. Even the bitchiest, angriest Radfem Hitler says thank you to male servers and tips them well and holds doors open for men and calls their father or brother. Women, I promise you, women don't hate men. They're a little disappointed because we don't have much to offer each other. And this technology, this godlike power, is making them feel like they don't have, like, they're not heard or seen, like they're just replaceable. And that's okay. It's like we're figuring this out still. But go with your mentality that women like you, that you are special, that you are a gift to them, that you are the thing that's going to brighten their day. Because you will, right? Once you get a little bit of charm and charisma, which you can learn like in 2 months, right? Um, just talking to a girl on the street and complimenting her shoes or complimenting her dog, you know, you're going to make her morning, right? And that's what we're here for. We're not here to take down anything because you can't. Get a life. Like, really, when you see these people talking this stuff, in your mind, just say, guys, get a fucking life. Do something
How
better
about
with
you
your time.
stop trying to save the world and get a hobby?
Yeah. Anyways, that's what I'm going to quote tweet that article with. But that's all I have, guys. Jack, where can they find you? You're 32 out of 100 members. How do we get you to 100?
Oh yeah, I would love that. You can just go to my YouTube channel at Jack Napier Knows. And if you want to support that channel, you can click the join button and you will get my version of the Book of Puck audiobook for free, plus the Gendernomics audiobook bundle, which contains 2 books for free. You can find me on Twitter at Jack Napier Knows. And if you would like to, um, If you are a beginner in the gym, I do coaching with my personal accountability program. You can find links on my Twitter. You can find links on my YouTube. Nuke, if he wants to, can put a link to it in the description of this show, where you get a personalized training program, diet plan, form checks for every training session, a private Discord, and a monthly consultation. And that's about it.
All right. So, you guys go ahead and follow Jack if you haven't. I'm pretty sure our followers are pretty much the same, but go ahead and follow Jack if you haven't. Guys, you know where to find me. I'll put the link tree in the description, and you guys can follow me on different platforms. Guys, I have plenty of shows with other people too as well. They're in every YouTube description if you want to check out me discussing things with people that are outside the red pill and all that stuff. And again, YouTube memberships are open if you want to support, and there's one-on-one coaching. Just email me, nuclearcaudillo, and we'll set something up. Patreon as well. I'll have articles and field reports if you guys would like to go there. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
Station, I just go and pay